Welcome back to the channel. We were previously the Brewing Brothers, doing videos mostly on brewing. That was horrible.
No, I think we should be. Welcome back to the channel.
You start.
Okay.
Right.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tanner.
And I'm Corey.
And
we were previously the Brewing Brothers, and now we're changing the channel up a little bit now. We're going to be adding things like pipes and pipe tobacco, as you can see here and as you can see behind us. We're also going to be doing, we're going to be doing brewing. We got mostly mead.
Some outdoor stuff, some like ASMR aesthetic type of things. Show you some of the stuff we've been working on. Like axe making,
and some of the outdoors with like the survival kits, the
hunting,
concealed
tanning.
Carries, so there's gonna be an outdoor aspect. I'd say that there's primarily going to be a brewing aspect of the channel still, with meads and wines, specifically with some beer and some spirits.
Yeah, we just don't want to. There's too much that we want to do, and we just don't want to just focus on brewing. Like we've been in pipe smoking for 10 years, and it's like we kind of want to put them together. So mostly when we make these videos, we're gonna be smoking pipes, talking about what pipe the pipes we got, the tobacco flavors, and what we're drinking, what we brewed up maybe that week or that month.
Also,
we got into moonshine also too.
There's this entire year, essentially, we've stockpiled all kinds of recipes. And
took a little break.
At least a bottle of everything. So we didn't do any videotaping this summer, but we have a bunch of recipes for mead, wine, some spirits, advice that we can give. We'll be getting into beer here and kegging, but some other things. Both of us have done bodybuilding shows in the past, so
yeah, I did a lot of. That's how I kind of started. I did a lot of videotaping myself during my bodybuilding meet. You didn't really do much of that. I always had a person to record me, and I edited my own videos. So I kind of want to bring that back.
So we're going to be giving fitness and nutrition advice, doing some videos. Most of it's going to be in this podcast setting, and we'll make some videos in the gym, in the woods, whatever. We'll probably just come back here and talk about it while we post them up on the
screen. There's just too much stuff that I feel like we want to talk about, and if we just put it to just straight brewing, like
it's just limiting. It's limiting ourselves, and plus I'm big into reading philosophy and things like that. So I'm going to be doing.
We're gonna be talking about some of that stuff too.
Yeah, so I'll probably be doing some book reviews upstairs in my library, and we'll be in the woods. We'll be in the gym. But I'd say primarily we're going to be focused on pipes and alcohol. Pipe tobaccos and just reviewing different pipes and tobacco. Huh?
Just masculine type of stuff.
Yeah, I'd say that because we've been in all of these fields for about 10 years now. Starting most of it back whenever we were like 16, 17, 18. And
we've always had desire to record. It always ends up falling off. But I think we finally got everything together. We can finally just throw videos out of a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we've talked about this. We spent enough time building each of these individual skills, and then with some of it enough time and leisure, and we kind of just figured it's time to start, making videos so that other people. I would say, if I want to make a channel for somebody that's like in their 20s, early 20s, 18 even.
Because we basically had to start from scratch.
Yeah, this is kind of like before YouTube got big. We basically started from scratch. We learned a lot of our gym stuff in the gym.
Yeah.
We went to, as soon as I turned 18, I went to, you were kind of convincing me to go get pipes.
Yeah.
And so I went out and got us all pipes.
Of course, everyone always got, saw Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit and was like, oh man, that looks so, it looked so awesome seeing them smoke pipes. And I think I was 16 at the time, and I'm like, I need a pipe. And then you eventually went out and got us pipes.
So we got into that.
We've been in and out of that.
We've been hunting and doing outdoor things, it's survival. I've been in the military for 8.5 years. There's a lot of different things we can teach when it comes to that. But yeah, I mean, the brewing will probably be the main thing. Our brewing area is right over there. Got the library upstairs. I'll be going over the philosophy, the church fathers, maybe some theology. I don't know. I'm into a lot of that kind of stuff.
Now mainly kind of focused still on, because we're both into almost everything the same, but you distilled a whiskey. I got into, I enjoy doing that. So right now I'm working on a gin. I just threw down 25 gallons of tequila. I'm eventually distill that stuff. But you're going to be focusing more probably on philosophy stuff. I like talking about it, but you...
Yeah, I've just read a bunch of books, and I've taken notes, and I've made highlights over the last, probably since I've been 21. So, I mean, at least probably 8 years, closer to 10, really. So I got, a whole library of books that I've read and taken notes on. So, instead of just keeping them on the shelves for whoever, nobody really, might as well do talk about it, videotape it, pass that wisdom along. And then I would enjoy going, it would at least force me to go back through and read through my notes, formulate it into a 20-minute video on a specific topic. And so that's sort of what the channel is going to be like now. As of right now. Oh, and label making too, and
I'll show
just
you
basic things. There's so many little things, nutrition, what's good for, whatever, boosting testosterone.
Yeah,
labels.
That's the thing too. I've seen people making labels, and I can tell you right now, I'm not the greatest at doing them, but some of these people, it's like they're making videos. I mean, they're using technology from the early 2000s. And I can just show you an easier, quicker way of doing things. You literally just need a printer. I mean, an iPad definitely helps, but I will just kind of break down what I use is very simple. And to me, my labels are way better than these people that are put the labels they're doing. And
yes, we'll be doing some of that. But yeah, right now I'm smoking. Our uncle owns a cabin in the Smoky Mountains, so we've been to the Gatlin Burlier. Is that how you say it? Burlier?
Yeah. And it's weird because I didn't know there's only a handful of in each state. There's only a handful of tobacconists.
Yeah, tobacconists.
Yeah, and this guy's in Tennessee. It's
in the
Gatlinburg.
Yeah, the Gatlin Burlier. It's at the mall.
Yeah, it's a mall if you ever go up there. It's in Gatlinburg, and I basically what I did with this label, I have you can buy. He sells them in little baggies. I just took my iPad, which shows you the quality, what that iPad can do. I took a picture.
They actually come in this.
Yeah. So I took a picture of that, took the 3 symbols off of that, and basically just made my own label on it. And just ordered right there. And just ordered double-sided.
We'll do a whole video. Yeah. But no, yeah. Just saying what I'm smoking now, I'm smoking Cascades Cove Cavendish. They've changed their name on that.
That's their number one right there.
No bite. This thing smokes like a chimney. It's fun to smoke. I think for noobs, some new smokers, this is a good one.
It was like one of our first ones we ever smoked. Everyone that kind of starts is usually smoking whatever Sheets or their local tobacco store selling, which is like Captain.
Captain Black.
Yeah, like the Captain stuff.
Yeah, so that's what, and those have bites. Those are like the what do we call them? Like they're like your typical mass-produced one. Like you know that there's some sort of preservative on them of some sort. I don't know. They got a sharp bite to them. But no, I mean, even if you're just curious about these different things we're talking about, you don't need money to get into this stuff. This is I literally just picked up this pipe a month ago. $34 at the local 3V's Tobacco. $34. This was, I think, the most expensive one there. And a thing of tobacco is like $10.
I mean, you can get into buying very expensive pipes, but if you're just trying to get into it, I mean, it doesn't cost much. This is I'm probably going to butcher it. It's a Meerschaum,
I don't know,
corncob pipe that I bought off of Country Squire. $25.
Yeah, the corn cobs are typically a lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm. $25, yeah, it's not, to me, that's nothing, because I think the first pipe you got me was, I mean, that's the $35 pipe at a local store. This is $25 offline. These are, I'm pretty sure you can even buy one that is $15, like corncob pipes.
Yeah, so.
But what I'm smoking out of this is old dark-fired, hot-pressed pipe tobacco by Mac Baron. HH.
Now that's got a bit of a bite.
Yeah.
I love the labeling and everything on that, and like we said, we're going to be doing tobacco reviews on all of these. I do like the aesthetics of this. Some dark fired. However, and it does come in like, it looks like beef jerky. Like it's not.
Yeah, we'll break.
Leafy.
We can always put pictures up too.
We'll be doing videos and stuff, but
it's like little pieces of small beef jerky I gotta rip up, and that's why it's nice to always have these. I got these off of Etsy. They're just nice pieces of leather that you just basically like snap, and then you basically rip up. There's tobacco in here. You rip up the pieces, put them in there, and it's just easier to put them in. I mean, so your tobacco's not everywhere. You just rip them up in here, and you're able to put it in your pipe.
Yeah, and with that one, the Kentucky dark fire, those definitely have more of a bite. I'm not the biggest fan because I like to allow the smoke to sort of. I like to almost smell the aromas of it, and with the Kentucky and some Perique, it's another type of tobacco.
Yeah, we'll get into most.
It's a lot of burning your nostrils. Yeah. I liked it. Some light stuff like Cade's, like Cavendish in general, very light, and you can basically just turn this into a chimney and smell it, and it's got an amazing aroma.
You won't even notice it. It's like you can't even tell the difference if you're breathing or you're inhaling smoke. Like it's that smooth, like an aromatic. Like these ones, like I said, we'll go into further into like what the tobaccos we have back here, because it's like a whole different type of vocabulary for tobacco.
Yeah, it took us a bit. For a while, for years, we were just smoking whatever we just picked up off the shelves.
Most people do.
I was a big fan of the cherries. That's like a whole category of its own. And we got a whole list of our favorites, and the list has been growing. As you can tell, there's just tobacco all over the back shelf here. But
that's why we kind of wanted to bring this into our channel, because we enjoy too much not to talk about it.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice added leisure to like. There's so much more to life than just going to work, coming home and watching Netflix, eating whatever garbage food,
smoking a cigarette, or
just going to the bars on the weekends. There's a lot more, and I think that's going to be a big focus on the channel is, maximizing the leisure in your life, not like just wasting time or being lazy, but just the few hours of maybe not even an hour a day of just what we like to do is
simple pleasures.
We like to do some brewing, and it's hunting season, so we're doing a lot of that, and just sitting down and smoking a pipe, and having philosophical conversations and things like that, and replacing that with your Netflix time and being indoctrinated and all this other stuff.
Yeah, it's cool because they're not like most of the tobaccos we get our stuff from. It's not mass produced. Like someone put their time into making these tobaccos. Kind of the same thing as it's very hard for me to even drink mass-produced beers or meads or wines or any of that stuff. It's nice knowing this person put their time and effort into making like this, like a mead or Like you're drinking your
I'm drinking
wine
some
that you
wine.
made up.
Yeah, there's like 3-year-old aged wine that I made.
Mm-hmm. Right now, this is going to be. I'm basically just testing this. There's still some particles floating in here, but this is a heather tip based mead, which I'll also break down. It's supposed to be. Eventually, I'm going to carbonate. It's going to turn into like. You call it a what? It's like
Hydromel.
where it's like there is.
But that's high alcohol though, right?
Well, it's like more of
Hydromels,
a
I
beer
believe,
mead, which is once I carbonate.
braggot.
A braggot, yeah. So because there's barley, heather tips, and to me, like, yeah, I'll break it down and tell you.
So we have all different types of recipes, and we've been doing different workouts and stuff over the years. There's so much stuff that we just want to like document and put out there to help other people because I know, you know, we're brothers, we're close. You know, we're close with our cousin, and we've just been feeding off of each other for years, and we know that there's some people out there don't have that. And me as the oldest child in my family, there's a lot of stuff I just had, not even just the family, the entire extended family. There's a lot of stuff I had to figure out on my own. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that just don't have kind of what we have. So, I mean, just watching a YouTube video on a lot of this stuff, I think would help. I mean, it's better than just keeping it all locked up to ourselves.
Yeah, nothing's worse than having to start from scratch. I mean, you learn a lot of stuff starting, but like just knowing the basics of certain things, it's like, you know, it's just easier to.
Yeah, once you learn, there's a whole 80-20 principle. If you like master the main 20% of anything, you basically learn 80% of it. It's the whole Pareto principle. And that's what we've been good at over the years. Is like, as soon as you enter a new field, it's teach me the most important 20% that I'm going to be repeating over and over and over again. Like 80% of it. 80% of every task. How does that go?
Well, like you learn 20%.
Yeah.
Basically, the other, if you want to be, you don't just want to be 100% good at one thing. It's like most people can't be 100% good at everything.
Yeah, you don't have enough time.
So if you have 20% of each thing, it's like kind of like how jack of all trades, like they're good at everything, but they're not. There's no need to be 100% master on everything.
The best analogy or best thing to compare it to is language. You will really only use 20% of the language that you speak, and that encompasses at least 80% of the language that you speak on a normal
you
basis.
Can get by with learning 20%.
Yeah, so whenever you're learning a new language, you just would need to know 20% of the language. And you can have a conversation with just about anybody in that language. You don't need to know the very long, complex, complicated words. And that's sort of the whole Pareto principle. And that's kind of where we started at, and we can teach that.
Which allows you to get
slowly, once you do that enough times, you put in the repetitions of that 20%, then you can focus and fine-tune yourself into that last sort of 20% at the top to make you more of an expert. But so that's the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. Let us know if you have any opinions about any of this stuff. I mean, these are some broad topics here. Somebody's going to be interested in something, so stick around. Comment, email us. I'm not sure what email we have, but
we'll put everything.
Everything will be up. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We have an Instagram. We're slowly switching everything over from the Brewing Brothers to the Chuba Brothers. Yeah, so that's the new name of the channel.
Chuba Brothers. Yeah.
Like I said, it's too complex to kind of like just pin it down to just pipes or just fitness, and we wanted to do separate channels for everything for so long, and now it's just gonna be the Chuba Brothers.
There's no point in just having all those separate channels. I might just put it all together, show you a little bit of everything.
Yeah, so that is everything. Yeah, that's all for now. So stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.